guys, my name is Kazeem and in this tutorial we'll be talking on how to install WordPress on our local machine. First of all, what is WordPress itself? So I'll just be searching for WordPress on Google, and WordPress is simply a content management system that helps us to create websites. Originally it was created for blogs, but later on it was modified in ways whereby it can create other types of websites. So if you search for WordPress, you'll find two results shown on your screen. Basically, you would find wordpress.com and you'll find wordpress.org. So you might be wondering, why do we have two websites with two different domains and they all point back to WordPress? So first of all, let's open these two websites in two tabs. So for the first one, we have WordPress, and so I'll just log out from this, and to do that I'll come back on that. So we have wordpress.org and we have wordpress.com. So first of all, sorry, permit me to just quickly log out. Log out. Don't worry about this. So this is where we're going to. So we have wordpress.com and we have wordpress.org. Sorry about the delay. Now, first of all, WordPress powers 36% of websites online, and it's a very powerful and flexible tool to build websites. So many websites are actually built on WordPress, and we can also check that out later on. Now, where we're going to is, why do we have two domains about WordPress and two of them don't actually show the same thing when you go over to them? So don't think it's a scam. It's actually not a scam, and it's straightforward. Let me explain. Now, WordPress is open source and it's free, so which means it needs a source to keep it running, because you have to pay. So for some people that help to market it and keep it afloat, although most developers that help on WordPress are not being paid, but there are some other things that WordPress needs that has to be paid for. And the parent company of WordPress, which is Automatic, needs to stay afloat, and WordPress is one of their biggest source of income. So how do they make money? Is through wordpress.com. In what way? By ads and providing a platform where people can actually pay to install WordPress for them for free, for a certain amount, and also manage everything else for them. So while this WordPress is free, this one is also free but has paid plans. So you get a limited amount of things for the free version. So you can see that there's a free version here showing, and we have other plans here. So we have personal, premium, business, and e-commerce. So you find $4, $8, 25, and $45. So this varies for the features that they all give to you for that amount. So we have, for the free part, you just get Jetpack Essentials, pre-installed SSL certificate, dozens of free themes, and that's all. But for the paid version, you get almost everything that it has to offer and a storage space. So for the free, we have 3 gig, and for the paid, the highest of the paid version, we have 200 gig. So basically, you don't even need this much when you're just starting up on WordPress. But the more you go, you understand how much these things mean. So well, we won't be using this part of WordPress, since we don't want to be paying this for this, and we want to make sure that everything we're going to be doing for this tutorial will be for free. So we'll be installing WordPress on our local machine. So how do we do that? First of all is to get WordPress itself. So there's a button here on wordpress.org, and we click on get WordPress, and we see download right here, and we can easily just click on download WordPress. So instead of downloading, I already have that on my system, so I can just cancel and locate where it's located. So I have WordPress 5.4.1, which is the latest version of WordPress as at this time of the recording of the video. And also the next thing we'll be needing for this tutorial is XAMPP. It's called XAMPP, and it's a server that works offline on our system that will be able to use to install WordPress and help for WordPress to be able to run on our system. So when we search for XAMPP and we go over to this website, we can see we can download it for Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. So we'll be using the version for Windows, and once I click on this, it takes me to a website to install, and I already have this on my system, so I just have to cancel, and that's it. So once you download, to install, the first thing we'll be installing is XAMPP. So to install XAMPP, you just simply go over to wherever the file was downloaded and open it. So it probably would ask you for permissions, so I'll just say yes. So for Windows users, we use yes, and for if you're a Linux user, you probably have to use sudo, and for Mac users, you know how to get around that. So once we click on that, this pops up. So sometimes this might show and sometimes it might not, so you can just simply just click OK if it shows, and the next part is to set up XAMPP. So you just click on next, and if you look up here, I earlier told you us that XAMPP is a server on its own, and there's so many things it comes with, so many goodies I call it. We have Apache, MySQL, we have PHP, we have PHP and all these other things that comes with it. So we don't have to bother ourselves too much about that, and just click on next, and it's going to ask us for a folder to save XAMPP in. So I don't want to move on from this step because I already have XAMPP on my system already. So what I'll just do is to cancel, and yes. So if you already have XAMPP in your system, you're fine, and if you don't, you can just continue that installation process. It's not anything complicated, and if you have any issues, you can also drop that in the comment below. Thank you very much. And so let's move on to where we have XAMPP on our system. So remember in the directory it was showing us, we had C and we had XAMPP. So that's where XAMPP is actually installed on our system. So if we go to our app drawer, which if I click on X, so I won't find XAMPP here, and this, I think it's a bug in Windows 10, and I hope it's being fixed. So what we simply do is to go around this is to look for XAMPP. Earlier we noticed that XAMPP was installed in this folder called XAMPP. So if we simply scroll down here, we find these three applications displayed here. We have XAMPP Start, XAMPP Stop, and XAMPP Control. So I just need one of them, and we need XAMPP Control. So just double click to open that, and we have XAMPP opened up on our system. So if you have gotten to this stage, yeah, congratulations, you have been able to install XAMPP on your system. So that's just one third of the whole step for today. So once we have XAMPP opened, we just have to simply click on, we need two things here. We need the Apache for our server, and we need MySQL for our database. So we can click on start here, and this should ask us for a permission. On my system it's doing this because I have other servers and I have to modify XAMPP to be able to run on this system. So I can, don't worry, it might not ask you for this on your own various machine, but mine is asking, so it's not anything to be alarmed about. So once this is done, we find that these two are showing green, so they are actually running. So you can see MySQL service is running, Apache is running, so they are all running on ports. And if this is showing on your machine, you are fine and you're good to go. So the next thing we need to understand is that we have our server and we have our database running. So let's check that out. So to be able to view our database, we type localhost /php myadmin. So once we click on this, we have this page showing up here. So this is a lot of information to take in, so you can always mess around this from time to time, but our advice, if you don't have enough knowledge about MySQL or XAMPP, you should just restrict yourself to this, and with time you'll be able to learn more about how to go about this. So what we've just been doing from here is just database section, and we need a database for our website as I earlier stated. So if you want to learn more about how website load and why we need a database and why we need servers for our website, I have a video, and I'll put in a link in the description below for the video. You can check it out to understand why we need servers and database for our website. So now we need a database name. So I will just be calling this database name today, or better still, I'll just call it site. Let's just leave it as site, and I click on create, and voila, we have sites showing here. So we see that these are different databases we have created before. So we have sites showing here. So the next thing we just need to take note is privileges. So we just click on privileges here, and we have username to be root, host name localhost, and we have all privileges for this user, and that's all we need to know for now. So let's not forget that username is root and host name is localhost. We will need this a lot of time whenever we want to install our WordPress on our local machine, but it's not something that changes. It's always going to be the same, except you tamper with something on your system itself. So let's go over to the next part, is to actually extract WordPress, because earlier we had WordPress in zip format, so we had to download it in a compressed format. So this is WordPress here. So I'll be using WinRAR on my system to extract WordPress. So if you are using Windows, you can actually download WinRAR, or you can just use Windows directly to extract it. So I'm just clicking on extract here. So it's going to take a bit of time to extract WordPress to this location on our system, to this directory on our system. So it's almost done. So yeah, that's it, it's done. So we have WordPress here. So the next thing we have to do is to copy this folder and go back to our XAMPP folder, which is located in local disk, and we have XAMPP. Now another folder we have to open is our htdoc. So let's not forget we have this PC, we have local disk, we have XAMPP. Now the next thing we open is htdocs. So we're not going to be opening any other folder here, so we'll just be pasting the folder we copied over here. So we just click on paste, and it's going to take a bit of time because there are so many files to be copied and pasted over here. So while we're still on that, we can still go back here and check on more details about WordPress. So also, if you need more videos like this, you can also subscribe to my channel and hit the notification icon to get more notification on when any of my videos comes out, so you'll be the first to be notified about that. And also, let's come back here, and earlier I was explaining on how we have wordpress.com and wordpress.org. So if I create a free website with this, so if I say start your website, I already have an account with them, so I will just simply be logging in, which should be down here. So I already have an account, so I'll just be logging in with my email address and login. Yep. So it's asking me for my domain name that I want, so I'll be using site.me. Just try that if that's available. So site.me is already taking meg. Let's just site.meg. Doesn't appear to be a valid domain name, so let's find suggestions. Site.net. Let's say site.net. I don't think that's also available. Okay, it's taking. So we can just see, let's use this locate.blog. So if you click on select, you see that it's asking us to actually pay, but we'll still be talking on how to install WordPress on our online server. So I would create a separate video on how to buy domain names and hosting and how we go about all this. So but for now we won't be doing any of this, so we can just go back and check if our file has been copied. So we have WordPress displayed here. So now, since we can also create many websites on just one local machine, I would just advise us to rename this to be site. Now, so in case you want to create more websites, you can always see, go back and copy WordPress and go over the same process and paste it here and rename it to the site. And we come back here and say, we say localhost /site, because this folder, sorry, the folder we renamed here is called site. So we have to do the same thing, because it is technically the name of our website or the domain of our website, but it's not on the internet, it's just on our local machine. That's why we have localhost in our link there. So it's asking us to set up WordPress and to pick a language. So I'll be using English, and I click on continue. And so, welcome to WordPress. Before getting started, we need some information on the database. You will need to know the following items for proceeding. So don't worry, we already have all this checked. So we can click on let's go. So don't forget, earlier we created a database and called it site. So we just have to fill that back here. So the database name is site, and the username, if we come back here and we see username is root and root, and we don't have any password here, so we don't have to fill password in here. So we just simply delete this, and the database host is localhost. Don't forget, the host name is localhost, and we just click on submit. So it's asking us to run installation since all our details checked out. So click on run installation. So we have site title, and this is going to be the name of our website, so we'll just be keeping it as site. I just say site, and the username, so this is the administrative username. So be careful at this stage for your details, so if you don't want your website to be hacked. So that I'm giving this as a warning for those of us that will be installing online. So but if it's on your local machine, it's still fine, but for good practices, be careful and don't use the details I'm using here. They are very dumb, but I'm just using for the tutorial sake. So we have admin as our username, and for our password we just have password, and it's showing us that our password is very weak. So we just can just use confirm use weak password. And our email address, we can use dummy@dummy.com, and we have search engine visibility. So you shouldn't click on this. Why? Because first of all, we want our website to be able to be viewed by Google. So I want to be able to go here and search for Kazeem Abolaji Quadri. I should be able to go here and search for Kazeem Abolaji Quadri and find my site being displayed. So if I click on Kazeem Abolaji Quadri, my website should load. So I want this to happen. So if I want that to happen, I would not click on this. But since this is an offline machine, but still, let's not forget, let's not check this out. So click on install WordPress, and it should take a bit of time to just install and check those information we processed. So we can go back here, and also let's not forget, you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. So let's just go back to YouTube, and simply just search for Kazeem Quadri here, and I just subscribe. So this is my channel here, just 12 subscribers for now, but at the time of this video, so subscribe. And the video concerning web basics on how websites work, so this is the video here, you can also check that out. Thank you very much. So back to WordPress installation. So we have success, so we just click on login, and we fill in our username admin, and our password is password, and you can always check on remember me and click on login. So voila, we have finally installed WordPress on our local machine. I hope this wasn't very stressful, and we can check out our website. So we can just open like a new tab and we view our website. So this is where our website is looking, and it's looking a bit rough. So in the coming tutorials, we'll be working on how best to make this website look better, and you can click on subscribe to get more videos about that. Thank you very much. So this is just a basic step-by-step process of installing WordPress on our local machine, and if you want to be able to do that for your online server, I will be creating another video and you can check that out later on. So to subscribe, you just have to click on the subscribe button to get notifications about when new videos of mine pop up, and you'll be able to be notified. And also click on the like button if you like this video. Thank you very much and have a nice day.